And I'm watching, and I highly recommend Blood and Glory documentary series. If you're interested in the Civil War, it's a 5-part series on the Civil War. It's called Blood and Glory, and it's excellent. It's very well made. Most documentaries on the Civil War are pretty boring. They're sleepers, they're dry, they're not very interesting at all. There's a few out there that are good, but that series, I highly recommend it. You can find that just about anywhere, Amazon or wherever. But I highly recommend it if you guys want to see a good documentary series. It's 5 parts, covers everything from First Manassas, Gettysburg, to Petersburg, Appomattox. But it's really well done, really good acting, really good reenactors, a lot of reenactors in it. It's really well done. All right, looking old-timey. And our Civil War adventure continues, my friends. And it's retreat week. And so this week in history here in Gettysburg, the Army of Northern Virginia is retreating back down into Maryland to cross back over the Potomac. And so there's been several small battles out west of here this week. And so Civil War week continues. You guys see I've started modding a little bit of this on my own. And a few people over the years that have seen my videos, because I've been posting game videos before I ever live streamed. And I've been on YouTube for a long time. But a few people have asked me about, they notice when they watch my videos that some of this will look different because I'll mod stuff. Like you guys, the banners will be different. I did a lot of banner texture work today between keeping up with my garden and cleaning and getting some food. But when people see stuff, they're like, can you put my work somewhere for the public to download? And I won't do that because this is all based on somebody else's work. And in some cases, that's dozens and dozens of assets from dozens and dozens of different artists that I'd have to get permission for all of that just to compile that of what I do. Now, on a case-by-case basis, that's a friend of mine, then I'll give them a private link that they can play with and enjoy what I did, or I'll modify something for somebody. But at the same time, the promise has to be made that it won't be uploaded on the internet somewhere. I like to modify my games that I play to give it ambiance and a feeling of the era or the campaign, specific campaign that I'm doing. If I'm doing a Danish campaign or a Frisian campaign in Viking Conquest, I'll make my graphics and music look like that and sound like that. Just for immersion is the word I'm looking for. And so I'll change things like these menus, and I redid all this today. And I've been doing it for a long time, so it's a couple of clicks. And but heck, we're doing the Orphan Brigade. We're doing the 4th Kentucky and 6th Kentucky. And I'm enjoying this and sharing a little bit of history. If you guys have watched any of my videos of this game, I'm trying to put together compilations of highlights, but I'm sharing some history with you guys too, some living history. Stuff that we do, why we do it, some of the things that happen in some of these places that we're at in this game. Skull. Maybe we'll do the 82nd Illinois, man, the Scandinavian Brigade. And it's July 5th, and I can just picture the Confederates right out there. You guys have seen pictures of the Appalachians out in the distance. I can just picture the Confederates out there and the Union armies after them. Some cool stuff. And so if I can ever get down that way, see some of those smaller battlefields, I'll share them with you guys. But without further ado, I wanted to we're on day 63. I wanted to get a little caught up. I changed a few graphics there. That's the infamous Orphan Brigade painting. I'd love to have a print of that. So there's a ball going on. There's a ball in Nashville. The ball's the tournaments, so that I can get some fair lady points with some fair Southern belles. The tournaments are still like vanilla Warband, and so they're not done at all. They're a little wacky. So let's see where we're sitting at. I wanted to get you guys caught up a little bit. We've been to Richmond, Charleston, Fredericksburg, Gettysburg. We've been up in the north, and I've been looking for, it's hilarious if you see my our roster, our company roster. I was on the quest doing mini quests, but also my big overall quest was to find my original companion. And so I've been trying to look for a wayfaring stranger in order to find out where our original companion is. And along the way, we've picked up all these other companions. And so we've got Destiny, she's an escaped slave. We've got the Clara Barton. Sarah Edmonds Seeley. I don't know anything about her. I'm guessing she's a northern spy. My daughter would probably know who she is. But I dressed her out in as a man. And it's Clethy originally from Vanilla Warband. I dressed her out as a man just as a nod that there were a lot of women who came to battle dressed out as men because they wanted to participate, or they were looking for their husbands or their brothers or their fathers. And so they would enlist as a boy to go out and find their loved ones. I think that was reported here at Gettysburg over July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, Battle of Pickett's Charge. I'm guessing with the numbers here, maybe 3 or 4 women were found and remains after the Battle of Gettysburg that were dressed out as Confederate men soldiers. One of the women that was discovered was actually a flag bearer. That's pretty hardcore. And so this goes along with an old folk song, and it's called Jackarow. And if you're a Grateful Dead fan, you've probably heard the tune. But that song goes back over 100 years. That song probably originated with Napoleonic Wars. Talks about the same kind of story where a woman dresses up a man and enlists as Jackarow, and probably in the War of 1812. But she enlists as a man to go and find her engaged, her betrothed. Ellis Spear, he is the he's been run out of his family, and so I'm figuring he came from Texas. So I did, and he is a lesser noble, okay, in Vanilla Warband, and so I did him out as a Texas cavalry. And Jim Baker, I'm not really sure the legend or story behind Jim Baker, but he's talking like a Yankee going after Rebs, but I did him up in some basic Tennessee, Army of the Tennessee uniform. Joshua Ferguson, he's our engineer. And so I've got him as a Private Army of Tennessee. I like his outfit. I like his kit the best, I gotta tell you. And Cabot Forbes, I don't think he's causing much trouble. He's not causing much trouble yet. Tripp, I'm not really sure what to make of Tripp. We got to get him a new hat. I'm not really sure what to make of Tripp, whether he's a Yankee or he's a Confederate. There's really no indicators. So I rank these guys out by how much I'm paying them a week by their skill set, right? So he's our sergeant at 11 coin, $11 a month, right? And Cabot Forbes, $8 a month, and Josh is $6 a month. Small and rating. We're still building up our renown. We don't even think we have 100 renown yet. We're 2 months in, and I'm enjoying the shit out of it. I really like this. This is a fun mod, this campaign. So we got a really good crew. This is over the past week. I've been playing a little bit now and then in the evenings when my chores and stuff are done. I'm getting my house really cleaned up. You guys be proud of me. But shout out to my friend Zug. I miss you, brother. I hope you come play this with me. Let's play some Civil War. And shout out to Raw. Thanks for the comments, my friend. I'm looking forward to watching more of your adventures, and that Star Wars thing that you were playing looked really cool. So, my friends, where are we at? I wanted to show off my roster. We got all those cool companions. Enjoying it. Cool, cool. Join the tournament. You guys want to see this silly shit? Form a line. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Oh, shit. Yeah, the crossbows are shooting like black powder rifles. Nuts. Silly. Watch him pop me right in the neck. Eat it. Victory is yours. Silly. Silly, 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 ridiculous. Oh, goodness. What you gonna do? Smoke them if you got them. You are also invited to attend the ball. Let's see if there's any ladies around. Wanting to dance. You guys ever been to a Civil War ball dance? A barn dance? A ball? It's fun. It's really fun. And the ladies are present. Rock and roll. Carter Stevenson, G.T. Beauregard, Cheatham, Anderson, Pemberton, Edna, Pamela, Candace, Nancy, Olivia, Nellie. I can't remember who's who. I already got the lowdown from the wandering stranger in the pub. Picking out the ladies to dance. Yeah, the mansion scene for Lego would be really good for this scene. Those textures. An issue with the lawless criminal known as Rand of Virginia. Let's go kill the Virginian. He murdered one of my men and give you a bounty of $300 on his head. That son of a bitch may have taken refuge with one of his relatives at Newport. Let's hunt him down. Braxton Bragg has been taken prisoner by George Meade of the Army of the Potomac. We're not enemies with the Army of the Potomac yet, I don't think. Let's see if we can bust him out. All right, cool, let's do it. Taking Philadelphia by storm. Rock and roll. Kick ass. We'll romance Nellie. She'll probably hate our guts, right? Oh, doggone. She likes us. You're most courteous, and courtesy is a fine virtue. I'd like it very much. We can see more each other. Doggone, 13 romance points. Cool beans. Cool beans. Zog, thanks for the text, dude. I'm doing good. My phone's about to die. I think William Walker was one of Jackson's students, and after Stonewall Jackson died, William Walker became commander of the Stonewall Brigade, and he led the Stonewall Brigade here at Culp's Hill, on the east side of Culp's Hill at the Battle of Gettysburg. And that was a surprising choice because if I recall correctly, Walker was at odds with Jackson strategically many times. Didn't agree with his strategies. And then he led the Stonewall Brigade. And Stonewall Jackson actually said he would be the man to lead the Stonewall Brigade. I started adding texture to all the banners. There's a bunch of banners that were 2D. They were very 2D. The Yankee banners, all the white ones with the first corps symbols, I texturized all those. I added banner texture to them. They look a lot better. There's some more things I'm going to change. Like I had to do the deliver the cattle to Pea Ridge, and it was old school vanilla Warband where you had to like corral the cattle, which was a nice revisitation into 10. I haven't done that in 10 years. Corralling the cattle was always a pain in the ass. So there's a bunch of the little tweaks I'm going to add to this, like the cattle will follow you and stuff like that. So doggone. Charlotte, honey. Newton Knight. Newton Knight, no kidding. Newton Knight. Newton Knight from Free State of Jones, the film, the story. Newton Knight. At your service, sir. I'm Newton Knight, a farmer's son from Jones County, Mississippi. I thought the Army of Pensacola was commanded by General Albert Sidney Johnston. So he's our claimant. Newton Knight, well done. Yeah, this is great. Being drafted at first, I saw the horror of this unjust war, the grief it costs to sustain people in bondage while the Army raids our own homelands and deprives the people of food. That's the story. After defending our homes from such raids, my dog attacked a patrol. I had to hide in the swamps for a while where myself, a group of escaped slaves, and Confederate deserters took refuge. The group decided to elect me as their captain, and now we raid Army convoys for food to divide amongst our own. Cool beans. Newton Knight, what a trip. So, and I think we are on a mission to find our lost companion, Philip Harrison, the actor, the scout. If you remember him from the movie Gettysburg, which is long overdue for a remake. So this is our Corporal Cabot Forbes. And we just ran into the man of the hour. We've been looking for Philip now for over a month. We got separated in battle near Nashville. And so we lost Philip. It's good to see you alive, sir. I was wounded and left for dead, and I did not know whether you had been captured or slain or got away. I've been roaming around since then looking for you. Shall I get my gear together and rejoin your company? Hell yeah. And we're listening to my friend's band, Rebel Union. And if you guys are Facebook friends with me and you like these tunes, my friends are on my Facebook. I'll play some other stuff by some other friends of mine, that some nice chill tunes. And so the Army of the Mississippi and U.S. Grant hates us. And so we need to go break out General Bragg out of Philly. So we got a bad guy down here. I'd like to find out what's going on. It's early morning. We should go nail his ass. Let's get our pistols. We don't have a pistol. We loaned that sucker out. Let's go get the bad guy. I got this Henry repeater. It's making things pretty easy. He's right over here, Corporal. Let's go shoot his ass. Nervous man. What are you doing, nervous man? Alright, Cabot. Are you ready, Cabot? You ready to blow his brains out? Oh, I just need your corpse anyway. We'll get some buddy points with them. So that quest is completed. That was a mess. I shot him right in the ass. He was quick that time. The last murderer that we tracked down, he just kind of stood there and let me pop him. I'll be a bit dismayed if the Confederate States go to war against each other. I hope they're static. I would imagine they are. You see, it's from Nellie. I enjoyed your last visit. So nice to meet you at the ball. I'm gonna get fancy romancy. Oh, some sort of animal, clearly. Oh, mugging. Let's besiege Washington. Robert E. Lee. Oh, it feels like a dog. Oh, fuck. Oh, it feels like fucking dogs bite my leg. That shit hurts. Oh. That's what you guys don't usually see. Is when that shit happens, you can be in a dead sleep in the middle of the night, and it's like a freaking dog's biting your leg and it wakes you up. It's like, holy shit. Fuck. Holy hell. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's very trying on a person's freaking patience. Holy shit. So we should be able to roll right into Philly. Burnside, no shit. Oh, I love it. I love it. I wish this mod was done. Let's see if it'll attack me. Probably wipe us out. Look at Burnside. Check him out. That'll help us get walk right into Philly and rescue General Bragg. You see these flags? I added some textures to them. Looks like that needs to be resized. But yeah, that was really 2D, but I went over, added some textures to them, added some contrast to them. But I haven't looked at all of them. I could help the mod designer on all the banners. Behold, the city of Philadelphia, the most beautiful in America. My grandfather was one of those here who marched with General Washington against the British during the Revolution. Cool, cool, cool. The British had landed 15,000 troops at the northern end of the Chesapeake Bay. General Washington positioned 11,000 men between the British Army and Philadelphia, but he was outflanked and driven back at the Battle of Brandywine. The Continental Congress abandoned the city, and the armies maneuvered around each other for the next several days, engaging in a few small skirmishes. The British eventually outmaneuvered Washington and marched into Philadelphia unopposed. You guys want to see some Rev War battlefields? There's some nearby. Right up Route 30. I'd love to go see them. And if I'm going to go see them, it'll probably be the last time I see them, so I'll film them. So much history to see out here. It's one of the things I like about the East Coast. So General Meade's in charge of Philly. Cool beans. I know General Meade. Shout out to Joe. Benjamin Kelly, Governor Warren. His statue sits up on Little Round Top. You guys have seen me photograph his statue a lot. A lot of people photograph that statue at sunset. Spectacular sunset with that silhouette. Well, well, well. Welcome to Camden. Camden and Philly, right under the bridge. Yeah, no shit. Well done. Looks like Philly. Muggers. Right. The outlaws fall before you as wheat to a scythe.